And in the streets, that myth has become reality. More and more are joining the insurgency. A gun battle signals another defection. Soldiers are running into Baba Amma under cover of darkness, fired on by members of their old unit. 5 make it out, but a 6th man does not.
We heard him screaming, but then we were under heavy fire. We couldn't go back to get him. The other soldiers were chasing us.
How many follow these men to join the Free Army will determine the outcome of the revolution. New front lines were emerging, following sectarian divisions. Most of the country is Sunni Muslim, but its rulers come from a minority sect, the Alawites. Syria isn't yet a simple story of Sunnis against Alawites and their allies, the Shiites and Christians, but it could become that. From Baba Amma, it was starting to look like a war of neighborhood against neighborhood. Abu Muhammad is one of its defenders. Before the uprising, he was a tobacco smuggler. He says there was no other work for Sunni Muslims. Now he's one of those in charge. He says government snipers attack from just across the road. The gunmen here insist their role is solely to protect civilians. But there's no doubt the conflict is escalating.
We set out to ambush some of the snipers firing at civilians from the rooftops. Thanks be to God, we succeeded in killing at least one.
These are the streets of Baba Amma.
But the target for the district's new breed of citizen journalists, like this British Syrian, remains President Assad.
Every second a rocket could land right next to them.
After he shot the first bullet, killed the first guy, he actually shot the fear in our hearts. No one was scared anymore. We would rather die than to live under his control.
Baba Amma's people had a promise from the rebels. They would never abandon them. But we left wondering, how long could they hold out? After 2 months, we're able to return to Homs, still in rebel hands. On the way, we meet a large group of Free Army fighters. We join them as they prepare to attack a nearby army base. They're going to try to get this bomb up to the entrance and detonate it. It's just before dawn. The attack is big, 100 men. They seem well trained and have a battle plan. They're to start it by firing the heaviest weapons in their arsenal, even though they have just 2 of them. Then the base starts to return fire, just as our cameraman Fred Scott is filming.
Sun came up, shooting started, and nothing really went to plan.
The rebels mainly have Kalashnikovs. The army, artillery. Mortars start to drop on the hillside.
We were pretty much pinned down the whole time until it was time to go.
Okay, Paul and Fred, moving the guys.
After nearly an hour of exchanging fire like this, we had to run away.
Get across this fast. Go, go. Across this fast. That's a bad place here. Go.
They don't get their bomb even close to the base. The attack has failed.
Okay, you tell me when.
I don't know. Yep. All of these men are Syrian army defectors, and they've been attacking in the base below men who until only recently were their comrades in arms. Remarkably, they escape without casualties. The rebels believe that most of the army wants to join them. But the commander of this rebel unit is tired of waiting.
If they wanted to defect, they would have gone long ago. The crimes of the Assad regime, from the start of this revolution until now, are very clear. So they don't have any excuse not to defect. They should be with us.
For some, this is a religious war, and one they feel they're winning. But while we were with them, the regime was preparing an offensive. It would start just a few miles away, in Homs. The shelling is relentless, indiscriminate. Artillery against residential areas.